Hi, you guys, and in honor of the Divine Feminine Month that we are honoring over in the safe space, we're tapping in to the energies of the divine femininity within you. So with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little pick a card, all right? So this is going to be group number 1, all right? Connect with it, feel it, all right? This is group number 2, and this is group number 3, all right? Take your time, select your group, and I'll see you at your card selection. Hi, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So I was just sitting here connecting with the energy of your particular reading, and I kind of got a story. It was like Spirit showed me a glimpse almost of your life up until now, and even a little sneak peek into the future. So let's go on ahead and get started. So the first card that we have is going to represent your divine feminine energy, and interestingly enough, if I can get it. Interestingly enough, group number 1, we have the 10 of Swords. All right. So the 10 of Swords tells me that you have been a person that has been hurt a lot. You have been betrayed. You have felt alone. You have been abused in some degree. You may, for some of you guys, even had a very rough childhood, feeling often alone, feeling abandoned by your mother or your father. I'm just feeling very alone and defeated, as if, you know, maybe a brighter day or a better day would never come. Always feeling like you take 2 steps forward and you take 1 step back. This is the energy that I'm picking up. Is this represents your divine feminine energy? Is that your divine feminine energy is bruised, it's hurt, it's afraid to actually, for lack of a better word, come out and play, to shine through all this trauma and this pain that you have experienced, group number 1. And my heart really goes out to you, because just taking a look at your reading in as a whole, you want to be more tapped into your feminine energy, but you've just been hurt a lot, and it's made it to where you're unable to really just show who you really are. Okay, so another thing that we took a look at here in your guys' reading is how can you express, or rather how you express, how does group number 1 express their feminine energy? And we have the King of Wands here, right? So like I said, you guys have been through a lot of shit, okay? Excuse my language. You have been through a lot of stuff, and because of that, you are unintentionally, you represent your feminine energy in very masculine ways. You're a very dominant person, okay? You're very masculine. You maybe even, you know, maybe the type of person to where like you come across very straightforward, to where it kind of turns people away, or people get kind of turned off by you a bit. And it's weird because I'm really picking up that you guys don't look masculine. You look very feminine, maybe even petite for some of you, very feminine features, very beautiful, but you embody this masculine energy that almost makes it really difficult for you to connect with other women, connect with in romantic relationships, and have relationships that are filled with longevity. All right, so how can you allow your divine feminine energy to flourish? And we have the 5 of Wands here. Okay, so you definitely could be a fire sign, a Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, okay? Definitely picking up on strong Leo vibes. You can start to allow your feminine energy to flourish by... See, group number 1, you guys are in a battle. You're in some type of battle or struggle. You want to be loved. You want to be nurtured. You want to be cared for. You want to be supported. You want to be in this energy of receiving. But it's very difficult for you because of things that have transpired, not only in your childhood as well, but even in your adult life. What I'm saying here, people are always in competition with you. It seems as though people, they want to be like you, you know, and they don't understand the struggles and the things that you had to go through in your life, and the amount of BS that you had to experience, to where they don't even realize that you're not even being true to yourself. And because of that, you find yourself in these quarrels or these disagreements with others all the time. So in order to allow your divine feminine energy to flourish, you have to step out of this space of trying to put on a show to other people, and masking your emotions and masking your feminine energy. I definitely see your feminine energy being masked a whole lot. You feel as though embracing your feminine energy, it creates this space to where you're vulnerable, and you don't like being vulnerable. Okay, so the next card here is how you discovered your feminine energy. So I like to call this card the card of maybe, your upbringing, the first person that you saw to have feminine energy that you're trying to emulate. And we have the Queen of Swords here. So whoever you grew up with or you were around who was a huge support system for you, group number one, I see this person, being they could be an air sign, a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, but I also am picking up on Virgo as well. This person was a very cutthroat person. This person was seen as to be straight to the point, who, wasn't very emotional, wasn't very caring and nurturing with you, didn't coddle you with your emotions. And because of that, in a sense, you have in return emulated that into your adult life. And because of that, you are not as connected with your emotions because you simply weren't raised. You may have been raised by a woman who was a single mother, or a woman who was just more tapped into her masculine energy. And if you weren't raised by someone that was more tapped into their masculine energy, I see you loving to be around women who embody this. You look up to women who embody this because you see this Queen of Swords energy, this lack of emotion, as something that is strong and powerful, and a way to almost be feminine but also not to let your guard down. Okay, so the next card we have is a way that you can honor your divine feminine, and we have the Queen of Wands. You guys, so I thought this was really cool because this is how you guys are currently embodying your energy, which is the King of Wands, and how they want you to honor your divine feminine energy is with the Queen of Wands. So you don't have to change up much. You could still be fun, you could still be outgoing, you could still be social, you could still be you, but just do it in a more feminine way, okay? I really love this because Spirit is not trying to per se change you. They're just trying to get you to realize that you can still be you, tapping more into your divine feminine energy. So taking a look into the future here is what I call your guys' future. So the future of your divine feminine energy, better yet, a way that you can honor, a way that you're going to be able to honor the divine mother, is the Magician here. I see group number one, your future is going to be that of being more powerful, of honoring your emotions, of tapping more into your power, and realizing that within those emotions you do have a lot of strength, that your emotions are not a weakness. Your vulnerability does not make you weak, group number one. Okay, so another few messages that I was picking up here as well for group number one is Leo. Okay, so you could be with the Leo. For some of you guys, you could be in a relationship with a Leo. It could be two Leos together, or a Leo and a air sign as well. Virgo energy here as well. We have a lot of third house energy, so I really feel like you could be an air sign or a fire sign and in your third house as well. Okay, Pisces energy as well. And what's so interesting about this Pisces aspect, okay, so if you are a Pisces, or you have Pisces, your sun, moon, or rising, or whatever, I feel as though you're someone who is naturally very emotional, but because of your life experiences, you have kind of turned off those emotions and created this facade of who you think that you need to be. And you're really a caring, emotional, nurturing, very intuitive person, and the universe is really asking you to let that person out to shine, to realize your potential of how your life could be, of how more open your heart could be if you start to embrace those emotions more fully. Okay, do not allow your past to define your future. Okay, we have personal growth here. Okay, so you guys are going to be experiencing a lot of personal growth right now. Whenever it is that you're viewing this message, you could be already realizing that you need to start working on tapping more into your divine feminine energy, and this is just confirmation that you're on the right track. All right, group number one. So let's pull one more card. Okay, and we have forgiveness. Okay, so a lot of you guys need to forgive the past and let bygones be bygones in order to move forward from this space of feeling as though you are a victim, feeling as though you can't be vulnerable, group number one, and stepping into your divine feminine power and wisdom, because she's waiting for you. She's waiting for you to acknowledge her, to receive her, to give her the okay to take the leadership in your life. All right, so that is all I'm seeing for group number one. Thank you so much for joining me. If this resonates, please let me know down in the comments, and I will see you at the next video. Ashe. Hello, group number two, and welcome to your reading. As I was getting ready to press play, Spirit basically told me to keep the cards in my hands. Keep the cards in my hands, as I'm saying that the Nine of The Nine of Swords comes out here. So group number one, you guys are suffering right now with a shit ton of anxiety, maybe having nightmares, restless nights, depression, okay? They told me to keep the cards in my hand. So let's go ahead and see if we can get through this message without per se being distracted. Okay. I'm gonna keep this up here if I can. All right, so group number one, the first thing that I was looking at was the card that represents your divine feminine energy currently, okay, which is the Hermit. So you guys are filled with a lot of wisdom. You're a very spiritual person. You are a seeker of knowledge and information. You are someone who is always searching for the truth, searching for answers. And this is something that you've probably been doing from a very young age. You probably always have asked a lot of questions. Just been a person that has been always seeking for some validity in life, the meaning of life, just questioning life, you know? And because of this, you made a lot of people uncomfortable. A lot of people may have even considered you weird or didn't understand you, or just even relationships maybe felt like you were never satisfied. But overall, this Hermit card representing your divine feminine energy tells me that you guys are natural teachers. You guys are natural healers. You guys are natural light workers. You guys are empaths. You guys feel everything. You guys are the people that people call upon for assistance. I also want to notate that we have a lot of signs coming out here. We have Sagittarius, so you could be Sagittarius, Cancer, Scorpio, or Gemini. Okay, even we have Taurus as well. We even have Capricorn. We have a lot of influence. So I'm gonna try to stay focused because this message is it's very constricted. So how can you express your feminine energy? So Spirit wants you to express your feminine energy here with the Magician card. Is that there's something that you're not realizing. Okay, there's some type of spiritual gift that you have that you are not tapping into. And Spirit says that once you tap into this energy, you won't feel so depleted. You won't feel so depressed. You won't feel so tired. You won't feel so alone. Okay, once you tap into this spiritual gift it is that you have. Okay, you guys have the ability to connect with the other realms. You guys have the ability to bounce in between different realms. But because of that, you find yourself being depressed a lot of the times, because sometimes you wonder what's real and what isn't real. And it clouds your judgment, and it makes it you unable to be grounded in reality at times here, you guys. Yeah, here with the Two of Pentacles here, you guys are juggling between two different realities a lot of times, but it's because you're not properly accepting the gifts that you have. You're not properly acknowledging the power that you possess, and instead of you embracing this power, you're allowing it to give you anxiety. You're allowing it to stress you out and to kind of drive you insane a little bit. Okay, so moving over here to how you can allow your divine feminine energy to flourish. Group number two, I see here you guys with the Devil card as well as the Two of Swords, that some of you guys are overindulging in relationships. Maybe you find yourself in toxic relationships a lot of the times. You always find yourself trying to help your partner or your friends, or trying to help someone, you know, because these other people, they recognize your gifts, abilities, and talents, but they don't always make it clear to you that you are someone who's gifted and talented. Maybe you guys also suffer with some type of substance abuse. Maybe you're overly drinking, okay? Maybe you're overly smoking. Maybe you're overly worrying, okay? Maybe you guys are, whatever, it's something in your life, you guys, that you guys are overdoing it. You're overdoing it, and it's all because you don't know what's real and what's not real. So whatever it is that you do, it helps you to kind of you feel as though it helps you ground yourself. But the divine feminine energy within yourself is trying to get you to realize is that it actually blocks you from your potential. It blocks you from being able to receive the divine feminine energy in its totality. So what can you do to discover, or rather how you discovered your feminine energy? Okay, so this card typically represents how you discovered your feminine energy. Sometimes it goes back to your childhood, and we have the Hangman here in reverse. So this talks about release and surrender, and this is also a card of someone that's alone. That's something that I noticed with all of these images, okay, is that I feel like you were someone who grew up very alone. Okay, you grew up very alone. You may even took care of yourself. You may even took care of siblings. You may even took care of a parent who struggled with some type of substance abuse. Okay, so you've always kind of felt like you never had had time to fully tap into your gifts, that you always had to be the parent, okay? You could be a Cancer, okay? You always had to be the parent, the mother for other people, okay? And now your divine feminine energy is pushing you to transform that and to pour more into yourself. I'm hearing the word self-love, self-care. You guys need to start practicing a little bit more self-care within your day-to-day practices. So what can you do to honor your divine feminine energy? Group number two, we have the Hierophant. So this tells me that you need to continue seeking after the truth, seeking knowledge, okay? But they want you to really get engaged in some type of spiritual practice, some type of spiritual, what's the word? To really get committed to one thing, so to speak, that you're kind of all over the place, and they want you to commit to one thing, to one belief, not per se religion, even though that could resonate with some of you, but one belief system, and stick with that, because you bouncing around from all these different things that you're consuming and taking in is literally making it to where you don't seem stable, or you cannot properly tap into this energy the way that you need to. So what is a way that you can honor the Divine Mother? Okay, the Divine Mother is mother to us all. We have the Sun card and we have the Ace of Cups. So your happiness comes from within. Your happiness comes from when you start to tap more into your self-care, pouring that love that you pour onto other people into yourself. Group number two, okay? It's time for some of you guys to rest, okay? Take a break from everyone else. It's time for you guys to really tap into your own energy, to really focus in on you. It's not your job to run to everyone's call. And as I'm saying this, it literally starts raining here at my house. So, and rain is a symbolism of cleansing, okay? So maybe you guys need to do some form of cleansing, spiritual bath, or maybe if it's raining, just coincidentally, if it's raining, step out into the rain, okay? And just feel cleansed and feel refreshed and made anew, you guys. A lot of you guys are trying to force some type of happy ending on a relationship. And because of that, you're overly indulging, you're overly obsessed with this particular relationship and its outcome, and it's time for you to take a step back from this relationship and allow it to progress naturally, or allow it to be removed from your life naturally as well. All right, so this is all I'm saying for my group number two. So let me know down in the comments if this resonated with you. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. So group number three, welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and jump right in. As group number two as well, Spirit is really guiding me to keep the cards in my hand. They say that we don't know when we're going to have a message, so just keep them in your hand. So if you see me shuffling, that's why, okay? So group number three, we are connecting with your divine feminine energy. All right, so the first card we pulled is what represents your divine feminine energy, okay? And we have the Justice card, Lady Justice, okay? So you guys, group number three, you could be a Libra. Let me mention that, okay? You guys, divine feminine energy, you guys are all about truth. You value logic over emotion. You don't really rely on your intuition as much as you should when it comes to relationships, where it comes to work, where it comes to just any area of your life. You're a more logical person, okay? You can even be a air sign, okay? And because of this, a lot of times your divine feminine energy isn't able to flow as freely as it would like to be, okay? So how you express your divine feminine energy is a whole nother story, though. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse for you guys, and the Knight of Cups shows me here that you guys expect love, honesty, truth, loyalty from other people, but you always have your eye on others. Like, you never really fully give someone all of you. You never really just give anyone all of you, with fear of you knowing that everyone isn't as truthful as you. Everyone isn't as honest as you are. Everyone doesn't live by the same code that you live by. And because of that, you never fully give your all. You always never really give your all to any relationship, okay? And how you can allow your divine feminine energy to flourish here with the Three of Pentacles here. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm picking up on a lot of like shady energy, and I'm not for sure if it's you guys or if it's people that you deal with on a daily basis. But what I'm seeing here with you guys, group number 3, is that you guys could be in a relationship and not be in a relationship at the same time. You guys are always searching, you're always keeping your options open. If you're at a job, you're always putting in applications for another job. If you're in a relationship, you always have your eye looking over there or doing this or that or whatever. You guys are never fully all on board with anything in your life, and spirit is really let me pull cards to make sure. Okay. And this is because of a fear to open up your heart. Like I said, you guys, some of you guys have really suffered from some type of abandonment in your childhood. And this has made it to where you always feel like people are always planning their escape. People are always looking to win or to get something out of it. So you have this mindset that is win or lose, that is fight or flight. And because of that, you're not able to make meaningful connections in your relationships. And this is because you're not tapping into the divine feminine energy properly. Okay, and let's see how you have discovered this feminine energy. So when I talk about discovering the feminine energy, we talk about the your childhood. Okay, that's what this means for me. And we see the Four of Wands here in reverse. And then we also have a clarifier here. It says domestic harmony. So you guys grew up in a household that maybe it was a single parent household. Okay, maybe it wasn't a happy marriage, or maybe your family, your parents were together and they weren't happy, or maybe you just grew up in a lot of dysfunction. Okay, and because of that, you always saw people pitting against one another. You always saw people being unfair, and because of that, you developed this mindset that you value logic and truth over a more meaningful connection and relationship with the people in your life. And spirit is pushing you. Your divine feminine energy within you is pushing you to be more authentic and be more open and vulnerable in the relationships in your life. So what is a way that you can honor your divine feminine? When I tell you guys, literally this card has came out for every single group with how you can honor your divine feminine energy. The divine mother really wants you guys to tap more into your power, to realize that your power and strength, there's power and strength in being in this divine feminine energy. Divine feminine does not mean weak. It does not mean that your vulnerability makes you weak. It makes you strong. It makes you powerful. Okay. All right, so lastly, we have a way that you can honor the divine mother. So honestly, what I was getting here with this card, you guys, if I can pick it up, is that the divine mother wants you to know that she sees you and that she's here, and that whenever you're ready to live the life that you want, whenever you're ready to have the relationship that you desire, she's ready to give you that willingly. But you have to step out of this energy of wanting to lead, right? But the thing is, you guys also, I would definitely take a look at your root chakra, because I feel like you guys' root chakra could be blocked as well. But when you step out of this energy of having to go conquer, having to conquer others, that's when you'll step into this power, this subtle energy, when you'll come out on top, so to speak, you guys. And another thing that I'm hearing as well is that you don't take enough time to stop and smell the roses, to appreciate the small things in life, to just really acknowledge how far you've come. And this is because, in a sense, your emotions are blocked off. Okay, and this definitely stems from your childhood. It can even be from the relationship with your mother, grandmother, or some type of woman in your life that has made you this way, to where you have closed off your heart. So spirit is really just pushing for you to open up your heart to receive the abundance and the love and support of the divine femininity within yourself. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and pull a few of the astrological cards. Spirit is telling for me to pull a few of these. Okay. Thank you. All right, so the two cards we have are change, okay? We have lunar eclipse, change, and then we have the sixth house of routine. So Spirit, the sixth house is ruled by Virgo, okay? It rules our routine, our structures, our planning, our day-to-day routine, our time management. And Spirit really wants you to make some type of adjustment or change so that you can tap more fully into your divine feminine energy. Maybe create some type of divine feminine altar to honor the sacred union between you and your womb, to honor the union between you and your divine feminine. Another thing as well, I didn't get this message for any other group, okay? So I'm going to pull cards to make sure that it's what's supposed to be said. But another thing as well is that you guys are the type of person to where you don't care if people leave. Like, if they want to leave, go. If you want to leave, bye. You expect everyone to be mischievous or to disappoint you in some form or fashion, okay? The goddess Lakshmi, okay? The goddess Lakshmi, I would definitely do my research. She is coming up to teach you love and compassion, all right? All right? Definitely look into that. All right, so that is all that I'm seeing for my group number 3. So thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if this reading resonates with you. I love you so much, and I will talk to you later. Ashe.